Honorable Ichungwah, Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, I was keen listening to the member for Suba South to hear what is unconstitutional. There is nothing I have heard that he said is that he has said that is unconstitutional, because this petition is properly before the House, Honorable Speaker.
Order, Honorable Karoli. You raised your point of order. I allowed you to speak, and I have the ability to give any other person in this House to also air their opinion. So, Majority Leader, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I don't know who told the members for Suba South that he has a monopoly of knowledge in this House, that when he speaks, we should all align and say, yes, sir. That can only happen in your House, not this House. Honorable Speaker, this House considers petitions, and this is not the first time we are considering such a petition. That petition came from members of the public who petitioned the relevant line ministry. The ministry considered, and because they did not have the authority that constitutionally is given to this House, the petition was relayed to the House and came to the office of the Speaker, who, if he knew it was unconstitutional, would never have found itself here to even be considered by the committee. Therefore, unless the Honorable Karoli Omondi is questioning your decision as a Speaker or the substantive Speaker, Honorable Speaker, you need to protect me from this heckling from Karoli Omondi. And I don't know what has happened to him of late. He sits in his place and only heckles. Maybe it's a company he keeps nowadays, I don't know. But, as you age, we expect to age gracefully with a bit of wisdom and allow youngsters to be the ones to be shouting. Honorable Karoli Omondi is much older, so I'll just ask him to relax. Just relax. Stop heckling. You have had your say. We have heard you. We are now debating and answering, contributing to what you have asked the Speaker to consider. And the Speaker cannot just consider what Karoli Omondi has said, unless you want to tell us and tell the country you have a monopoly of knowledge that what you say must be. People of Suba South, they should know Honorable Karoli Omondi is a lawyer. But he has no monopoly of knowledge. This is a house of debate. You must allow debate. We were all quiet and listening to you. So also just have the temerity to listen to us. Because the people who brought this petition, Honorable Speaker, tell Honorable Mboni not to invite what he's inviting, because he knows things I can't say.
I didn't hear anything that has been said. I didn't hear him shout. So.
Honorable Mboni is a very good member of the Finance and National Planning Committee, and a very, very disciplined member of Parliament. I like him because he's very diligent in his work as a member of the Finance and National Planning Committee. That even last week you saw he had very well read and understood the provisions of the finance bill. Unlike others who are just shouting from places, like I'm talking about people shouting from their seats, oh, oppose this, oppose that, clause 169, clause what? Honorable Speaker, what was I saying? I was saying this petition is properly before the House. The Speaker, the substantive Speaker, considered when the petition was sent to the National Assembly, because the people who sent it to the ministry and the public, Honorable Speaker, we may not, the public are laymen like many of us. They are not lawyers. And they may not know that a ministry does not have the constitutional mandate to consider such a petition. So they will petition the relevant line ministry. The line ministry will consider the issues and appreciate that the ministry cannot do anything without the input of the National Assembly. And that is how that petition found itself to the National Assembly. The substantive Speaker considered it, read it out, committed it to the relevant departmental committee, which is chaired by the Honorable Kawaya, the member for Mwala. And when it was presented here, Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Section 34 of the Forest Conservation Management Act, the relevant departmental committee has considered it. Members of this House have considered, they have tabled a report, which was tabled some time back, and we should now be debating in second reading the substance of this petition and asking ourselves, are those people who have suffered many years of injustice many, many years of injustice, Honorable Speaker, do they warrant to remain landless in this country, in a country that 63 years later, we say we are independent? Many people, Honorable Karoli Omondi, went to the forest, leave alone these wannabe Mau, these fake Mau you hear here, inciting everybody to go and burn things around. Those are fake Mau. The real Mau went to the forest to fight for land. And people lost lives. Blood was shed. That is why we were taught in primary school about the colors of the flag of our republic. That red stood for the blood that was shed by many Kenyans who sacrificed their lives so that we may get land as a primary factor of production. And therefore, it would be very unfair that the people in Kakamega, some who gave their land, where they owned ancestral land, to allow institutions of learning, to allow government offices to be built to serve the people, and were promised to be settled, and they have since settled in parts of these areas, Honorable Speaker, that we now tell them, okay, you gave your land, now go to hell. We can't. We must be responsible leaders who consider such petitioners, appreciate that they are Kenyans who deserve and who must get an opportunity to be heard. Honorable Speaker, I have moved to the debate on this matter because I thought
you may take your seat briefly. Honorable Karoli, you cannot be raising points of order on other points of order. And I would like to rule this way, that there is nothing unconstitutional. There is nothing unconstitutional because, first of all, this matter was processed in the right way. And there is a whole legal department in this parliament that checks any matter, any petition that is brought. So it was properly processed. It was relayed to the relevant departmental committee. These members of this committee have visited the ground. They must have done a lot of public participation by engaging the communities. And now we are here, we are discussing the report, and I would like this to continue. Number two, from my own experience, for your information, I've been a chair for Lands Committee for 5 years in this house. And this is not the first time a petition of this nature has been brought. This house passed a petition concerning the committee ANMA. And this house ruled that that place be gazetted to be occupied by community members. So based on my own experience, I believe that you are wrong to say that this is the first time that a matter like this one has been brought. So for that reason, I would like people to continue with the debate, and I had given an opportunity to the Honorable Dr. Pukose to proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Karoli, once the Speaker has ruled, please allow the debate to proceed. And Honorable Speaker, I really want to thank you for that ruling.